Hi, beautiful. Welcome back to another video. It is a new year and, we're moving on to new things, better things, healthy things. You know what I mean? Anyways, you guys, welcome back to another video. I'm so happy to be back. I'm going to be uploading more. I'm finally settled in. I'm still working on my nail room because I want to change it up, but we're settled in and we're going to get into it. Okay, wait, before I keep talking, the first thing you're going to do is push the cuticle back. We're going to expose that nail estate. Is that what we call it? Anyways, the new growth. And we're just going to make sure that we're not applying acrylic on any cuticle or dead skin that's attached to the natural nail. I am struggling to talk a little bit because I've been feeling a little under the weather. I got a really bad cold and it kind of knocked me down. I think it was a little bit more than a cold, but I'm trying to work through it so that I can upload this video for you. So we're going to push the cuticle back. And this video, I am working on both hands so you guys can see the full process. We created a beautiful, dainty, classy Valentine's Day look, and I can't wait for you guys to see the end result. If you are new, please hit the subscribe button and subscribe to my channel. It is free, you guys. You guys can support me, and all you have to do is hit that subscribe button. It means the world to me, and it doesn't cost you anything, you guys. It's free. All you have to do is just tap that little subscribe button and give this video a like if you love the end result. Yeah, I appreciate you. Thank you guys for joining me or for even just taking time to be here. I really do appreciate it. All right, so we're going to go in with the Sanding Band by Kiara Sky. I have a promo code. It is Jammy10. It saves you 10%. We're going to go in also with their e-file. If you guys are beginners, you want to, or you are looking for an e-file, check out this e-file by Kiara Sky. It is so easy to use. The handpiece is nice and slim. It's very comfortable and self-explanatory, It's very easy to use. But you want to use it at a very low RPM. So I'm using it at 4,000 RPMs to etch her natural nails. I'm going to go in and basically remove the shine and any dead skin that's attached to her natural nail. She does have a little bit of acrylic from her last set. So you will see me trying to, just eliminate that, blend it, and then I also file down her natural nails just a little bit so that we can apply her tips. I notice I say anyways a lot. That's gonna stop 2023. No anyways, okay? Call me out on it if you hear me saying anyways. And I say you guys a lot. Why? I don't know. I don't have any other description, but okay. Don't forget, if the camera is too zoomed out, you can zoom in. YouTube has a zoom in feature now, so don't forget about that. Just zoom in so you can see it closely. I will stop talking so you can see the step, and then I'll come back. You always want to make sure you are dusting the debris away. I am going in and using a cuticle nipper or a nipper to get rid of any dead skin that she might have around her cuticle area. But this is optional. You can always go in with a ball bit and just smooth that out if you're uncomfortable with the nipper, okay? So if you're beginning, use a ball bit and it'll get rid of it as well. I'm going to go in with Kiara Sky's tips. Again, promo code Jamie10, Young Nails Swipe. I'm going to cleanse her nails and dehydrate them with this swipe. It's really good. Highly recommend it. I love using it. You guys see me use it a lot. If you don't have swipe, you can use isopropyl alcohol and it'll also cleanse and dehydrate your nails, okay? I'm just going to do this before the tip so that I make sure that that glue and the tip, you know, just sticks really well to her natural nail. Then you're going to measure the tips from sidewall to sidewall. I do use a nipper to cut some of the points off. She has very small nail beds, so we're using really small tips for her. I'm going in with my favorite, or one of my favorite nail glues. I have repurchased it. I get it from Amazon. It is linked on my Amazon storefront. So if you are interested, I do leave the links to the products I use in the description box, or at least the brands, and then I let you know what I use for each thing underneath, and along with promo codes if I have them. I'm going to go in and apply the glue to her nail and then go in with the tip. You can apply it to both or just the tip. It is really just preference. It's not an exact science, just whatever works best for you, all right? So I don't know, you can just watch the process. Let me know if you have any questions, and then I'll come back on the next step. so satisfying to watch as I'm editing, for real. So I am going in and I'm cutting the tips to her desired length, and as you saw, I measure them up against each other to make sure they're all the same length, and then I measure the thumb with the index finger on the opposite side or hand to make sure they're the same length with the other hand as well. And then we went in and cut the thumbs a little bit shorter, just because the thumbs usually look just longer in general, so we cut them a little bit shorter. I'm going in with Kiara Sky's 80 grit file, and I'm going to be seasoning the brand new file, if that makes sense. So I use another file, which is also new, and then I file the edges so that they're not sharp, so that when you go in to her sidewalls, you're not cutting her skin, or his or her skin. And you just want to make sure the file isn't sharp, because you don't want any bleeding or anything, because sometimes the edges are really jagged and it could just cut right into her skin. But you get my drift. So you're going to go in and file the sidewalls. These are pre-shaped, so it shouldn't take that long. So you just want to make sure the sidewalls are even, or not, yeah, even with her sidewall, like her groove, like from her natural nail. Hopefully that makes sense. And then I file the tip just a tiny bit, only because I'm not too worried about it, because I'm going to go in with the e-file or with a bit later and really make those tips nice and sharp. So we're not going to worry about that too much. And then once I'm done with this step, I will go in with the same sanding band I used to etch her nails in the beginning, and I'm going to blend the tip to her natural nails.
Satisfying you when I keep bleeding. I don't know why you act like you innocent. You wanna take a piece of my heart again. I get it, cause I just don't know. Something in your eyes, the way you stare me that I like. I wanna let you go, but it's like something else me tight. You might break my heart tonight, but I'm gonna hold it tight. Oh, it feels like yellow, yellow. It hurts like yellow, yellow, yellow. You had to let me go. Yellow, yellow. It hurts like yellow. We tried too many times. Don't misbehaving. You must not know me. You make me crazy. Kinda like Johnny. Don't sit down better. Making me lose my mind, cause I just don't know. Something in your eyes, the way you stare me that I like. I wanna let you go, but it's like something else me tight. You might break my heart tonight, but I'm gonna hold it tight. Oh, it feels like yellow, yellow. It hurts like yellow, yellow, yellow. You had to let me go. Yellow, yellow. It hurts like yellow. We tried too many times. Ooh, you got me feeling cool. Ooh, you got me feeling blue. Something about you so see-through. Something just ain't right by you. Yeah, yeah. Can I do you like I? You like I? Can I do you like I? Yellow, yellow. It hurts like yellow, yellow, yellow. You had to let me go. Heartbreaks and heartaches. We tried too many times. Heartbreaks and heartaches. We tried too many times. No one knew you like I. Wonder why.
All right, I don't think I mentioned it before, but if you were curious, I was using the e-file at about 6,000 RPMs because I'm going in on the tip and not the natural nail. I'm avoiding it as much as possible. Now I'm going in with Young Nail Swipe again, and this time I'm using a manicure brush because I want to make sure the bristles really get in the grooves of her nail, and I brush it down to get rid of any dust or debris that might be trapped there, because that can cause lifting, okay? So make sure you're really brushing out that dust and debris that gets trapped in the natural nail. You don't want any lifting. So I'm going to go in with, I think I use Young Nails monomer. I'm trying to use up all of my monomers because, you know, it gets pricey, and yeah, I'm just trying to, I ran out of Kiara Sky's monomer, so I'm going in with Young Nails monomer, I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to go in with, I'm basically showing you the acrylics I'm using, also from Kiara Sky, and this NotPolish clear, which I love as well. I do have a code with NotPolish. It's Jammy10 as well. Saves you 10%. Yeah, I think I go in with Young Nails monomer. I'm pretty sure. I also go in with an added step. I add a step of dehydration and use a dehydrator. This is optional. You're already dehydrating the nail with a swipe, but I really want to make sure that I get rid of her oils so that it really sucks in and makes that acrylic adhere to her natural nail. So, and also for the primer to suck in, honestly. But I'm going to use Kiara Sky's primer, acrylic primer. Really love it. I have been using it on and off. I like to try between like Kiara Sky's and NotPolish, and yeah, I really do love them both. I don't know if I have a favorite, so they just work really well, and just basically it's your preference what you want to try and what you like. Okay, I'm using Kiara Sky's monomer enhancer. This really helps their acrylic work really nicely, especially if the room is cold, I notice. So you will be able to see like it has really good retention and stuff. So I don't know, I do recommend it. I'm gonna go in with a thin clear layer. The reason I do this is because it gives me the option to file or to cut down her nails and file down any colored acrylic or cover she has on top down to the clear part. And then I can soak her nails, or I could just, you know, work on that. Basically, the goal is to protect her natural nail, okay? So that clear base is going to help a lot, because imagine putting just a cover on top, right? And you're filing your nail, trying to get rid of the acrylic, and you know, you start seeing little circles or patches of the nude acrylic, and then your natural nail, and you're going at your natural nail while still trying to get rid of your nude acrylic, if that makes sense. So this step is optional. I'm just telling you because it's what I like to do to protect your natural nail. You don't need to do it if you're using a nude or a cover acrylic, okay? So I'm going to go in with the clear layer of acrylic, and then we're going to go in with the design. We decided to go with, it's an ombre marble look with encapsulated hearts. It has such a cool effect because it looks like it's raining hearts, like from behind the cloud, but it's actually from behind the ombre. It looks so pretty. I can't wait for you guys to see it. Oh, I wait to apply the primer on the other hand, just because, you know, I want it to be fresh. I don't want, what if the client is like on her phone, or, you know, there's little dusties in the air and it gets stuck to it while you're doing her other hand. So just wait until you're about to do her hand or the other hand, and then you can apply the dehydrator, primer, and then go in with the application. So just a helpful tip. All right, I'll talk to you in the next step. All right, so we're going in with Power Move and Glistening Snow, I believe. And I'm just going to grab a bead of each one and just spread it all around. It's going to be a really wet bead so that I have, you know, time to work with it. This step is really just go with the flow. It doesn't need to be perfect. It can be messy. That's the beauty of this, you know, this particular step, like with marbling the colors. So just go with the flow, mix them together until, you know, you look at it and you like the way that it looks. I did go a little heavy on the pinky, so you'll notice that as I go through or switch to the next one, they are a lot thinner. I made it way too thick. But then once I'm done with that, I use a clear bead. As you see here, I go in and dip it in the clear and then grab the little hearts and then place them so that I can encapsulate them. So that's all you'll see during this step. And if you have any questions, of course, just ask and I will come back in the next step. Alright, so that was it. I am doing a little refresh on the monomer and adding some more monomer enhancer by Kiara Sky. If you guys are curious about the nail towels, I do list them on my Amazon storefront. The link is in the description box. But I'm going to mix that together, and then I'm going to go in with the cover acrylic that I showed you before. I'll probably put the name down in the description box if you didn't see it before. But now I'm going to go in and just ombre this color. You saw where I placed the bead, or the first bead, and then I blended it down. And then I just continue to add beads until I'm happy with the, my apex and the thickness in that area. And then I go in and I encapsulate with clear. So you will see me adding the cover. And this is the part where you notice that it kind of covers those top hearts that are encapsulated, and then it looks like the hearts are falling down from behind it, and it looks so pretty. At the end, or on the end result, you'll see what I'm talking about, and it looks so pretty. And in person, I feel like the video doesn't justify much, but in person her nails look so pretty. And when she was talking, I was like just staring at her nails like, yep, I really love this set, as you can tell. But right here on the bottom, you see that I add a clear bead. And all I'm doing is just adding enough, or just enough, to cover the hearts so that I do not file them off. And then I do the same thing on every nail. And that's really it. As far as blending with the ombre, you're just going to make sure your bead is a little bit wet. And then you just blend it down. Use your judgment. You can always add in spots that you see fit, But with this particular cover, it's really nice because it blended so seamlessly. You could barely tell the difference between the cover and then the pink from underneath. So I really liked it. But all right, I'll come back after the step.
The sun is going down now. Been at it for a while, and I have had enough of this. I doubt that we can solve it. Been trying for so long, and I just can't ignore that it won't ever be the same. No, we will never be that good again. Don't drag it out, skip the innocence. Things will never be the same again. And now I got all that I need. No need to apologize. No, we won't waste any more time. Yeah, I am all that I need. memories that we made won't fade away for a while. You said you don't mind, that you'll be just fine. No room for second chances. Hey, I got all that I need. No need to apologize. We won't waste any more time. Yeah, I am all that I need. No need to apologize. I got all that I need. No need to apologize. No, we won't waste any more time. Yeah, I am all that I need. No need to apologize. No, we won't waste any more time. Yeah, baby, yeah. I got all you need. I got all you need. Say, oh, we won't waste any more time. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Carried all the weight on my shoulder. Had me going ever once I told you no. Told you no. Kept going like a marching soldier. Play my part, boy, I had to hold you down. Hold it down. When the tidal waves come around and wipe off what we built, would you fight for love, or would you back down and let our hope drown? When the world is everything to break us up for good, would you hang around? When all we got right now, tell me how you feel about us. Yeah, yeah. Tell me how you feel about us. Yeah, yeah.
Cuando esas caricias tocaban toda tu piel. Tell me how you feel about us. Tell me how you feel about us. Yeah, soñé que me querías, pero no es cierto. Solo lo haces pa' que yo esté contento. La chispa de la llama se apagó lento. Cambiamos mentiras por juramentos. Sabía todo de ella, pero ahora ya no lo sé. Siempre has estado tan bella, pero has cambiado,
When the
mujer.
tidal waves come around and wipe off what we built, would you fight for love, or would you back down and let our hope drown?
Siendo que ya no te tengo, o al menos yo no tu amor. No, no, no.
Tell me how you feel about us. Yeah, yeah. Tell me how you feel about us. Yeah, yeah.
Cuando esas caricias tocaban toda tu piel. Tell me how you feel about us. Tell me how you feel about us.
Through the night and day, I keep on falling for you. I keep on falling for you. Through the night and day, I keep on falling for you. I keep on falling. Tell me how you feel about us. Yeah, yeah. Tell me how you feel about us. Yeah, yeah.
Cuando esas caricias tocaban toda tu piel. Tell me how you feel about us. Tell me how you feel about us.
so that was kind of a long process. I know it's a lot to watch, but we're done with that step, and now I'm going to go in and start filing. I'm going to use the 80 grit file from Kiara Sky again, and I'm going to file the sidewalls and put that shape back in if I lost it, because, you know, when you're applying acrylic, it can accumulate more on some spots than others. So you're just going to put the shape back in and hold it nice and parallel up against your sidewall, nice and straight, and then file your tip. And then I will go in and use the same file and go over the tip or the surface to make sure the surface is nice and straight and level. So you're going to see me going over with the hand file over like the top part of the nail. To some of you, like the top part is the bottom, but you'll see what I mean. I'm going to go in with the file instead of the E file. And then once I'm done leveling everything out, making it nice and straight, I will go in then with the E file and a safety bit that I got on Amazon that again, the link is in the description box, but it's a medium safety bit, and I go around the cuticle, blend the acrylic into the cuticle area and to the natural nail, and then I buff, and then I go in with top coat. But I will come back. I'll just let you guys watch the process. Again, please feel free to ask any questions if you have them. I will be paying attention to the comments.
Esas madrugadas y hermosas conversaciones. Se volvió ese chico que quería ver otra vez. Y me enamoré a volverlo a ver. Tú me ves como nadie más, bebé. Me diste alas para que vuele, pero motivos para quedarme. Tú me ves como nadie más, bebé. Tú me curas cuando más me duele. Sé que siempre has sabido amarme.
Eso eres tortolito, no queda bien, bebé. Mejor de tus amigas diciendo que no ven. Que esto sea duradero, que sea algo sincero. Que un perro no cambia y eso es lo que es él. Pero tú lo viste, mi amor. Tú viste mi mejor versión. Tú hiciste lo que nadie quería. Ser inspo para mis poesías. Siento que tú solo sabes. Chico con par de maldades, pero sincero, verdadero, baby. Secreto que tú solo sabes. Momentos que siento reales. Yo lo prefiero que en un largo tiempo sea tu caballero.
Tú me ves como nadie más, bebé. Me diste alas para que vuele, pero motivos para quedarme. Tú me ves como nadie más, bebé. Tú me curas cuando más me duele. Sé que siempre has sabido amarme. Se volvió ese chico que habló en mis canciones. Esas madrugadas y hermosas conversaciones. Se volvió ese chico que quería ver otra vez. Y me enamoré a volverlo a ver. Tú me ves como nadie más, bebé. Me diste alas para que vuele, pero motivos para quedarme. Tú me ves como nadie más, bebé. Me diste alas para que vuele, pero motivos para quedarme. Tú me ves como nadie más, bebé. Tú me curas cuando más me duele. Sé que siempre has sabido amarme. Por ti mi corazón palpita. Siempre he sido tu chiquita. ¿Cuántos te amos van ahorita? Yo ya perdí la cuenta. Quiero decirte que te amo. Ya van segundos y te extraño. Que dure siempre esta casualidad. Es que los otros no entenderán lo que se siente ser amigos, ser tan buen amantes, baby, un poquito más. Que dure siempre esta casualidad. Es que los otros no entenderán lo que se siente ser amigos, ser tan buen amantes, baby, un poquito más. Entre las bromas, ay, yo lo sé, que te enamoraste y yo, bebé, real no soy perfecta, amor que me inyectas, no me dejas quietar. Soy tu bebecita, te espero ya mis páginas donde no están escritas, porque los dos contigo podamos pintar donde vamos a estar y nos va a encantar. Que dure siempre esta casualidad, es que los otros no entenderán lo que se siente ser amigos, ser tan buen amantes, baby, un poquito más. Que dure siempre esta casualidad, es que los otros no entenderán lo que se siente ser amigos, ser tan buen amantes, baby, un poquito más. Eres mis ganas de no estar con nadie más. Me pongo roja si preguntas cómo estás. Es que tus besos me saben a miel y toca tu pie también. Al corazón directo llegarás. Te quiero más de lo que quiero. Al final tengo un caballero. En mi vida no habían sido tan sinceros. Eres mi bandolero. Por ti mi corazón palpita. Siempre he sido tu chiquita. ¿Cuántos te amos van ahorita? Yo ya perdí la cuenta. Quiero decirte que te amo. Ya van segundos y te extraño. Que dure siempre esta casualidad. Es que los otros no entenderán lo que se siente ser amigos, ser tan buen amantes, baby, un poquito más. Que dure siempre esta casualidad. Es que los otros no entenderán lo que se siente ser amigos, ser tan buen amantes, baby, un poquito más.
Día que me falte tu piel, ¿qué será? ¿Qué será de mí? No seas parte de mi amanecer. ¿Qué será? ¿Qué será de mí? Y por todo yo brindo, desde lo feo hasta lo lindo.
All right, so I dust all of the debris away, and then she goes to wash her hands. And when she's done and she comes back, I go in with isopropyl alcohol to make sure that I get any oils that might have been left behind from the soaps or anything off, so that we can go in with top coat. Because remember, if you do not do this step, sometimes you can get some rippling in your gel top coat and stuff. So make sure you cleanse the nails really well and then go in with your gel top coat. And once you apply them, you cure it for 60 seconds and then you're done. Then you're going to apply your or put the moisture back in by applying cuticle oil, and then that's it. But I will come back with the end result because I want to talk to you about it.
¿Con quién voy a compartir todas mis noches húmedas? Ahora quién me va a dar los besos como tú los das. Todo es una ilusión y eso lo verás. Tú amabas a Nico pero nunca a Nicolás. Tú eras la oveja mala del rebaño. Tu vicio de la fama sí me hizo daño. Tantas promesas fueron por el caño, porque lo único que cumplí son años. Chica, si te vas y luego me quieres ver, eso nunca pasará. Prefiero otra mujer. Chica, si te vas y juegas otro papel que nunca te quedará, como eso de serme fiel. El día que me falte tu piel, ¿qué será?
When you turn your hand around like this actually makes sure the gel goes down to the apex area and doesn't stay at the tip. You know how sometimes it kind of pulls at the tips and then it looks like bumpy at the bottom? So just turn it around so that the gel or the gravity pulls the gel to the apex area, because that's where the height should be, and then you turn it back around and put it in the lamp. So it's good to do the thumbs separate. So you're going to do both thumbs on each hand and then put them to cure for 60 seconds. And then now you're going to put the cuticle oil on to put the moisture back in. And she is done and good to go, you guys. Enjoy the end result. Let me know what you think. I love these. They turned out so beautiful. She's a student, so the gems, like putting her hand in and out of the book bags and stuff, doesn't work. So this is perfect for her. I love them, and I hope you love them too. Please subscribe if you're new. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. I love you, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.